everyone, Cat and Lil Man here, your favorite ginger bibliophile and cutest little fuzzy co-host. Yes. Mm-hmm. Can I reach my phone with all the prompts? Or do I have to give you a kiss? Do I have to pay the toll? So I had to find the perfect outfit because, well, come on now. Y'all know that's my thing. I like to dress up when I'm in the mood. And it was either gonna be this or a red belly dancer top because it jingles. I don't have any jingle bells, but I found this and fit into it, so we're going with that. I don't know where the Christmas hat is, but we got the Mrs. Claus vibe going, and I had to dress up for this, and it's the last day to get it out because by the time this goes up, it'll be Christmas Eve, and this is the Christmas Joy Booktube Tag from Sandy Says Read. I was tagged by Rene over at Beyond Books and Gavin at Genre Books. I will link them down below. And so there's just a few rules and prompts for this. The rules are before we start the tag, make your favorite Christmas beverage and then tag the creator so she can check out your video and then just have fun with it. So, normally I would have some eggnog, but I'm out. I'm supposed to be watching my sugar anyway. Borderline diabetes sucks. Too much sugar, I get headaches, and if I ignore that, we get all kinds of problems. So I got orange spice tea. Still kind of festive because it's got like that cinnamony, warm spice palette that goes with this holiday. And my Ravenclaw mug. So I can have that because I just sweeten it with some Splenda so I don't make myself sick. And then, so the first prompt is, what'd you make? What's your drink of the season? And prompt two is a two-parter. What's a Christmas book or story you remember a parent or teacher reading to you when you were a kid? Honestly, I cannot remember any, at least none that go with, the theme. I'm pretty sure was read like Goodnight Moon and, The Hungry Hungry Caterpillar, books that I definitely do not have anymore. No. And I'm pretty sure those aren't Christmas. No, I don't think that they are. What do you think, Lil Man? You're not sure, right? You just had a sip and now you're gonna stare me down. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lil Man. Yes, I like you too. You're gonna do a kiss attack, aren't you? I see that excitement. Yep. Kiss attack used me as a springboard. Now he's throwing a toy in the molars. So, and since childhood, what's a Christmas story or book you enjoy or find yourself returning to each year? Okay, again, not since childhood, but for like 16, 17 years, so long enough. Christopher Moore, the stupidest angel. A heartwarming tale of Christmas terror. I freaking love this guy. This book always makes me giggle. I don't full on crack up after reading it so many times, but it still makes me giggle. It, I love that there's a warning of do not read this with Granny, do not give this to your small children. And no, this is not the Christmas Carol where, Scrooge gets visited and learns his lesson. No, in this book, our Scrooge gets whacked. And there are consequences because of, stupid angels. That is my Christmas tradition. It's not the season if I haven't read that yet. I freaking love it. So, which kind of curtails into prompt three, which is, has your favorite author written a Christmas story? Yes, he has. And I'm pretty sure he's, James Rollins has had scenes of Christmas. Actually, I know he has one of his books that, The Crucible. It starts out on Christmas and then goes from there. It is not a happy Christmas story. It is a Sigma Force novel of, save the world and bad guys don't like intelligent women. We're dubbed as witches and, all kinds of stuff. But yep, there's a Christmas scene. So you get it too for both my favorite authors. Who is your favorite Christmas, character from a book, history, movie, etc.? The Grinch. He doesn't hate Christmas. He hates people, which is fair. Because I've met a lot of them. I have my few that I like, and most that I would happily trade for puppies. Because I would never tell folks if I won the lottery. But suddenly there would be lots of puppies and lots of books. Like, how did she empty out that shelter? Ooh. Like, so you might not be seeing much of me because I'm gonna be having to belly rub like 40 dogs until I find, a bunch of friends to come move in with me to help me make sure they all get their belly rubs. But the Grinch was good. It's like, all right, they were buttholes to me. But also he loved his doggy and food, so the Grinch understood the spirit of the season. So, I mean, come on now. Especially like Jim Carrey, you cannot go wrong with Jim Carrey's Grinch. Like, classic. Also, his Christmas Carol. You just can't go wrong with Jim Carrey. He always makes me laugh. Prompt 5. Do you munch on snacks while you read? And if so, which of your fave holiday confections do you reach for this time of year? Well, not holidays, but I do eat while I'm reading because usually, well, lately we don't get lunch at work. It's just here, just go home early. But when I actually get my lunch at 1 o'clock, I always have, Kindle, so I eat my lunch while I'm, reading because it's easy to swipe across the, screen protector and, you know, if I have slightly greasy fingers, that's easily wiped off. Not so much on an actual, physical book page where it's not so much me as I have to kind of dodge puppy noses if they even allow me to read a physical book at all. So I try not to snack when I'm reading that. Every now and then I just I'm craving and it's time to bust out the snacks. Usually something salty or sweet. This time of year, you have to have the holiday popcorn tins. Mostly because they're so cute. They're always covered in little puppies. So I might nibble some popcorn and have a napkin nearby. Or it. I like to bake, so I can have myself one little cookie. Deep. I can't do the standard ones. I gotta get creative in there. But cookies and popcorn, because you need some salt. Yeah, I could think of some really bad comments that my coworkers would say if I made that comment right now. So, yeah, fill in the blanks. I'm wearing the outfit for it. 6. What's a Christmas tradition you will never outgrow? Well, I didn't so much outgrow it as Franny made it not something we could do now. But my mom would always get us Nerf guns because I have older brothers and everything was, I'm not cleaning up the blood or taking you to the hospital. Go outside. And then for Christmas, so we could shoot and attack each other, she would get us Nerf guns, and we would, use them so much that they would die, and we would need new ones next year because the springs no longer worked because we might have shot the crap out of each other. Mom even would get into it. She would get herself a little 1 or 2 shot and hide it in her purse or pocket, or steal one of ours and peg somebody. But we have to be able to attack each other without there actually being long-lasting consequences. So Nerf. I would do that now, but Big Girl likes to eat the ammunition, and I'm pretty sure foam darts are not edible and safe to swallow for doggies. Which also takes out the other fun. I'm a ginger. I don't do swimming because it's usually the pool is open while sunlight is out, and me and sunlight aren't friends. It tries to make me match. So we don't do that. But they are really good for swinging and knocking folks. They don't hurt that bad so long as you don't hurt hit certain areas. But it sounds like why are the police not calling the cops? There is some severe domestic violence going on right now. Which is so satisfying when people are being stupid. But again, Big Girl goes, ooh, something moved. Chomp. And, foam. not healthy. I had to give up all my non-abusive therapeutic abuse tactics. Sad. You're lucky you're so cute. But that is my foam destroyer. And don't let her fool you. She's not actually asking for a belly rub. She just wants you to trick you over there. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get that fluffy belly. And then she rolls over and starts swinging them paws. Or, she'll kick the back legs and go, I swear, I didn't know you were right there. Accidentally beating you up and yelling for food and treats like she didn't just get some 30 minutes ago. Because they have just had breakfast. So, she's a liar, but she's a cute little liar. She's been suckering me since I brought her home from the shelter. But so that's that one that I did not grow. And number 7 is a 2-part bonus. Recommend 1 or 2 titles that spark joy that you would recommend to your audience. I think we have done that one. And I did just find one this year of When Elves Attack by Tim Dorsey. It didn't full on crack me up, except for the beginning and the end with, the grannies escaping the nursing home. You can't go wrong with frisky, feisty grannies so long as they're not your frisky, feisty grannies. Like, my grandma's sweet and innocent. You cannot say that. I mean, my grandma thought shut up was a 4-letter word. And let's see here. And the other one, what are some Christmas memories that evoke feelings of nostalgia? Perhaps they make you feel a little sad, but also give you a warm feeling. Well, the other thing I used to always do was, we would bake cookies. So, I have been doing that since I was little. I wrote a little cookbook and put it on Kindle Unlimited actually because I realized I used to have to climb the chair and help, dump and stir things in mixing bowls till I was big enough to, actually be able to reach this over the stove and turn on the burners and whatnot. So of course I always help mom with the Christmas baking. It's like, all right, I like you, but there's only so much money and presents to go around, so you're getting, a 10 of various Christmas cookies. It has not been that kind of a year. I have not baked any, but I always would bake cookies. Like, we used to do the classics, the chocolate chip and the oatmeal raisin, which if you're not going to make them with enough cinnamon, it's wrong. Skip the raisins and put some chocolate chips in there. And then get creative with it. Because you can't just do the classics. I mean, I guess they're good. They're classic for a reason. But you gotta get creative with it. Like, you gotta do the double chocolate ones, or, do the hot cocoa ones, as in find the really good hot chocolate, like the amaretto and the hazelnut hot chocolates, and use that to mix in with some chocolate chips. Can do some adult cookies. Rum balls are boring, but I love a good, like, frangelica, hazelnut one. You can do an amaretto ball. Oh, those are good. But it's if it doesn't smell like sugar and spice, it's not holiday season yet. You gotta bake some cookies. And then, of course, you gotta sample the dough. I mean, there is always sugar cookies because you make them pretty. Again, I can't follow that recipe because without the icing, they're bland. You gotta do like the 5 flavor ones with a lot of extract because, as every baker knows, just because the dough is amazing doesn't mean the cookie will be. It loses its flavor as it bakes. That's why the cookie dough is the best. So you gotta go a little extra extract in a few different ones. So good. They don't need frosting. You can put it on there and go like sugar high, but you don't need it. But you can cut them out in pretty little shapes for your friends, or let the little kids do it, and it can be a family affair. And then tag others to join in the spirit of the season. It will be Christmas Eve. Everybody that's going to do it has probably already done it, unless they're gonna run off and record now. Cause sorry, family, leave me alone. I gotta go do this for my online family. Cause we all need a break from them on occasion. So you can blame me as your excuse. If not, whatever. It is what it is. You see it, you're tagged. If you've already done it, awesome. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Bye. Happy reading.